The Cthulhu Mythos is grand and dense, housing deities, outer gods, and elder gods, all of which are terrifying in their own right. But some hold more power than the average god. Some are so evil that even the mere mention of their name can cause panic attacks. So today on Top 5 Scary Videos, we're going to be counting down our list of the top 5 strongest Lovecraftian monsters. Let's jump in. In at 5, Cthulhu. Now you may be surprised to see Cthulhu at number 5, but as we proceed you'll see why. This fictional cosmic entity was first introduced in the short story The Call of Cthulhu, first published in Weird Tales in 1928. He is considered to be a great old one within the pantheon of Lovecraftian cosmic entities, and is depicted as a gigantic entity worshipped by cultists. His appearance is described as looking like an octopus, a dragon, and a caricature of a human form. It is an epic power that lies in a death-like slumber beneath the Pacific Ocean in a sunken city. As it stands, he remains a dominant presence in the eldritch dealings on our world. Now, it is unknown how large the throng of those who worship Cthulhu is, but his cult has many cells around the globe, and are known to chant the disturbing phrase. In his house at R'lyeh Dead, Cthulhu waits dreaming. Chills. Not only that, but Cthulhu has the ability to make people lose their minds by visual contact with the entity. Coming at 4, Yig. Yig is a deity in the Cthulhu Mythos and one of the great old ones who first appeared in the story The Curse of Yig, which was originally created by Zelia Bishop before being completely rewritten by Lovecraft. Now in Lovecraft's story he is described as, I quote, "shapen like a man, except ye look at him close." According to Lovecraft, Yig's main characteristics is his devotion to snakes, his children, and he punishes those that harm them by turning them into spotted snakes. He is the father of Eeg and the mate of the outer god Yidra. Now although Yig is easy to anger, Yig is also very easy to please as long as no harm comes to his children. Yes, he's a great dad. Number 1 dad. In at 3, Nyarlathotep. Now this character not only appears in the works of Lovecraft but also many other writers, but is most commonly known in association with its role as a deity in the Lovecraft Mythos fictional universe, where it is known as the Crawling Chaos. First appeared in Lovecraft's 1920 prose poem of the same name, and is described as one of the outer gods. Now Nyarlathotep differs from other beings in a number of ways, with most of them being exiled to stars like Yog-Sothoth and Hastur, or sleeping and dreaming like Cthulhu. However, the Crawling Chaos is active and walks the earth in the guise of a human being, typically tall, slim, and joyous. So unlike us. He is known to have had 1,000 other forms, most of them reputed to be maddeningly horrific. Now the other outer gods and great old ones are often described as mindless or unfathomable, rather than truly malevolent. However, this is not the case for this dude. He seems to truly delight in cruelty, is deceptive and manipulative, and even cultivates followers and uses propaganda to achieve his goals. Sounds like many politicians I know. In at 2, Yog-Sothoth. Yog is a cosmic entity and outer god born of the nameless mist. He is the progenitor of Cthulhu, Hastur the Unspeakable, and the ancestor of the Vor-Mi. Like many of our previous numbers, Yog has many different appearances throughout the various stories, by various authors. However, there seems to be a common agreement that Yog visually manifests as a mass of glowing orbs, with eyes or tendrils depending on which story you are reading. Now though it is not outright stated, it is heavily implied that Yog is omniscient, and is locked outside the universe, giving him the ability to see all of space-time at once, meaning there is no secret hidden from him. Bad news bears. Now this dude first appeared in Lovecraft's The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, and goes on to be the driving force of the Dunwich Horror, in which he fathers twin children with a human. Dude gets around. What makes him truly menacing is that when called upon he will assist mortals in performing occult deeds or rituals, with the most notable occurring in the previous mentioned stories. In the Dunwich Horror he was summoned for the purpose of impregnating a human female, who then gave birth to 2 partially human children. The summoner was in fact the husband of the woman, who was known to stand on a hill in a circle of stones with the Necronomicon while shouting the name of Yog from the summit. Folks be crazy. Finally coming in at number 1, Azathoth. Sometimes called the blind idiot god, the nuclear chaos, the demon sultan, the deep dark, and the cold one, this dude is yet again another outer god that we have on our list. Now there can be no definite description of Azathoth, as everyone envisions him differently, and he is ever changing. He is a significant presence in the Necronomicon, as both Albert Wilmarth and Walter Gilman are horrified at the mere mention of his name. Now it is in the dreams in the witch house where he is referenced by the witch, who tells Walter Gilman that, I quote, he must meet the black man and go with them all to the throne of Azathoth, at the center of the ultimate chaos. He must sign in his own blood the Book of Azathoth and take a new secret name. What kept him from going with her to the throne of chaos where the thin flutes pipe mindlessly was the fact that he had seen the name Azathoth in the Necronomicon and knew it stood for primal horror too horrible for description. He's the ruler of the outer gods, guys. You don't with Azathoth. Well, there we have it, Lovecraft fans. Do you guys agree with our list? Are there any monsters that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below and perhaps we can do a part 2. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another scary vid. Until next time, see you later.